Hey guys, I'm Jeff from the Track Shack.
I'm Alex, Resolute Running. Jeff, I know you get asked this question a billion times. All of our athletes come to me quite often. They're like, Alex, what kind of shoe should I be running in for my body, for my cadence, for my stride? And my first and only answer is I have no clue. So today we're talking about shoes. They come in all kinds of cool colors. They have a lot of different shapes. I mean, that's the extent of my knowledge. They're pretty, right? That's all I've got. But what we want to talk about today is there is a shoe out there that's designed for you, but it's not necessarily going to fix an injury or prevent an injury, and we need to change that mindset. So that's why we have Jeff here, and Jeff's going to talk to you about some different types of shoes and why they're important you're in the right one. So go ahead, Jeff. What do you got here?
Yeah, man, I think that the narrative for a long time had been focusing on pronation and supination and all these terms that people were like, what does this mean?
Exactly.
Or they come in and mispronounce it and call it proration and probation. and so really what it's more about for us is making sure you're in a comfortable shoe, and that applies to the shape of the shoe.
Right.
And so, for instance, with the Brooks Beast here, this has been the flat foot shoe for forever, and so what makes it for flat feet is the shape of it. And so this is what's called a straight last, which means there's less curve on the medial side of the shoe underneath the arch. That if you see a flat footprint, then it would fit over the entirety of this midsole.
Got it, so it's making contact all the way down.
Yep, exactly. And so if you have a shoe that's really curved right here, then that will push up in a flat arch and it causes discomfort.
Got it.
Now they will apply certain things that make the medial side of the shoe firmer for some support.
Sure.
But for the most part, it's just about comfort and then that foot fitting in that shoe properly.
Okay.
If you have a little bit higher arch, then you can get a shoe that has a little bit more curve to it. So if you look at the bottom of this A6 GT2000, it's a little bit narrower through the midfoot.
Gotcha.
Now still some medial support, a lot of folks just like the feeling of that, just like having something firmer underneath the arch. And so,
which makes sense.
Not necessarily preventing injury, not anything like that, just actually more comfortable.
Got it, okay.
And then if you have that super high arch, then you're gonna look at something like the Nike Pegasus 35. This shoe's really narrow in the midfoot.
Got it.
And so again, if you see a flat foot in a shoe like this, we certainly don't want to go that way.
It's gonna be uncomfortable.
So you're gonna fall over the inside of it. And so this actually fits that high arch where a footprint where you barely see the arch at all.
Gotcha. So I like that explanation. There is a shoe out there designed for your foot. And what I recommend is you come in and talk to Jeff or any of the other folks at the Track Shack. Let them spend some time with you. Let them take a look at your foot. Let's get you in a shoe that you like. And if you're comfortable when you're running, you're gonna run a lot more. And that's what it's all about for us anyway.
Well, and the injury prevention side of it for us is just making sure that you change your shoes out regularly. So when you mark that mileage, 400 miles and say, I'm coming in to get a new pair of shoes regardless of how they look. That's gonna help prevent injury more than anything. So
that makes sense. And you've told me this in the past, these things break down. I mean, your shoe will not last forever, so I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, unless you have anything else?
No, man, I'm all good.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.